This is Abby Johnson with ArtPro News, coming to you from Blog World in Los Angeles. And joining us right now is Jim Louderback, the CEO of Revision 3. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Very well. Thank you so much for talking with us today.
Oh yeah, it's awesome to be here. Thanks a lot.
Good, good. I want to talk to you a little bit about online video and this interesting shift that we're seeing as online video sort of moves toward more traditional network television. Can you talk about this shift for us?
Well, you know, here's what's happening with online video is online video in many ways means a bunch of different things to different people. So for some people, it's the big DVR in the sky for catch-up, right? So that's Hulu, CBS.com, TV.com, etc. That's where you go to watch your shows and you missed them the night before. So there's a whole other part of online video where people are trying to create stuff that looks like television, right? Comedies, drama, news, but that's done at less of a budget or more focused and targeted or able to be more experimental. There's another aspect of online video, which are people trying to do things that you can't do on traditional television. So traditional television, the traditional storytelling, the 22 and the 44-minute versions and 3 acts, and try to get you hooked in so that when we send you to a break, you'll come back. There's a lot of experimentation that can happen with video when you break out of that structure, when you blow up that bottle that it's contained in. And so that's what we see happening on YouTube, but that's what a lot of what Revision 3 is doing. So the fact that it's becoming more like network television, I think what we're seeing is each of those 3 areas are becoming more like what they ought to be as they grow up.
So you actually think this is a good thing that we're seeing this?
Oh yeah, because look, there's more professional stuff going in, it's easier to create. I mean, look at the stuff that you guys are doing here. You're doing multi-camera switched, this is going to be a live thing, you've got lights, you're running in a Wirecast, the TriCaster guys are over there with an upgrade, essentially a video production truck in a box that costs $15,000. You're running this all off your Mac, so the tools are getting better, the compression is getting better. The ability for talented people like you and the folks at Revision 3 to be able to go out and cover things in your own way and do it in a way that, I mean, you couldn't do this on TV, right? But you can do it here and build an audience and make it be as long as it needs to be. You don't have to hit a network timeout. You don't have to hit a particular advertising break. You can just, I mean, if I'm boring, you cut me off and we're done. I think that's great because it allows the creativity of people who before that had to be focused. They had to go to New York, you had to go to LA, you had to pay your dues, you had to sit within these rigid formats. Now you can do it in Lexington, Kentucky and do whatever you want, right? So that, to me, is, you know, it's not that network TV is coming internet video or internet video is becoming network TV, it's that all these areas are getting better at like figuring out what they're going to be when they grow up.
Well, YouTube recently made an announcement that they were adding more and more channels with a lot of traditional media companies. So what are your thoughts on this in regards to the impact on both the traditional media companies as well as you know, the online people like Revision 3?
Well, there's a lot of money sloshing around out there. I mean, 100 million of it. So I think we'll end up with something pretty cool out of it. Now, it's interesting. Most of the, I mean, 75% or more of the folks that YouTube is giving money to, granting money to, are people who aren't on YouTube at all. So some of them are magazine publishers like Rodale, and some of them are celebrities like Madonna. Although I'm not sure how much Madonna is going to be in the Madonna Dance Channel. Some of them are guys who are good at creating programs and selling them to networks and are now going to do some of their magic over here on YouTube. What was interesting though is that none of the grants were given to existing television networks. So Comcast, NBC, no. Fox, no. Now Shine Shine is a TV production arm that was purchased by Fox recently. They teamed up with IGN, the gaming network, to produce something. But beyond that and beyond, like, you know, there isn't a lot of traditional network development folks that are involved in this. It's a lot of folks who are good at creating individual things. And so and the other thing is it's like I mean, it's a mishmash, right? I mean, it's like whoosh. So I think the great thing is that it's going to bring some interesting new experiments to YouTube. It's going to raise the bar from a professionalism level in many ways on YouTube. And you know what it's going to be like? You ever go buy a car? What's the last car you bought?
2006.
No, what car?
Oh, I'm sorry, Pontiac G6.
So a Pontiac, that's a GM brand, right? So, you know, GM, Chevrolet, so a similar brand, has the Corvette, right? Corvette's a halo car, right? You go to the dealership to look at the Corvette, but you end up buying the, you know, I don't know, the Impala or whatever. Your car's cool. I'm not going to diss your car.
I like
But
my car.
that's good. I'm glad you like your car. But the thing is that a lot of these little shiny objects and channels are like they're the Corvettes And they will increase the perceived value of all of the brand safe stuff on YouTube. So advertisers will go be like, well, you know what, I can give you Madonna, and I can give you Ashton Kutcher, but you know what else I got? I got, you know, Dignation, and I got Epic Mealtime, and I got Shay Carl, and I got, you know, Kasim G, and I got Mystery Guitar Man, and I got Techno Buffalo, and we're gonna package it all together, and yeah, a little bit's gonna go into Madonna, but the rest of it's gonna go, and it's all gonna raise up. And that's why I think this is gonna be a really good thing.
Wow, that's a lot. So you don't think that it will be like a competition thing at all? You don't think that the Madonnas and these Ashton Kutchers, you don't think that they will, I guess, harm the people like Revision 3 that have created all these, like the Dignations and things like that?
I don't, because in order to be successful on YouTube, it's different than other places. It's not like, I mean, people go into YouTube and watch a lot, but the point of YouTube, they're still only watching 15 or 20 minutes a day on YouTube on average. What YouTube really wants you to do, and this is a great quote from them, so the average American watches 5.5 hours of TV a day. YouTube just wants to replace the worst hour. And you know, if you're sitting there, you've been watching 4 hours of TV and you still got your clicker and you're like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. That's what YouTube wants to replace. And so it's only 5 or 10 minutes now. I mean, their goal is to get people watching more, not trying to like get the eyeballs that we're watching over here to watch over here. That's a zero-sum game. Their opportunity is far, far bigger. Plus, the other thing that's cool is to be successful on YouTube, it's not like being successful on TV. First of all, you need to, after your video's up there, you know, you got to spend time with the community. You got to work with that. The other thing is, it's also about collaborations, right? So I'm psyched to see Madonna and Shay Carl have a collaboration, or you know, or what about one of the, you know, I mean, those collaborations I think are going to be fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Madonna dance off with the Shay Tards. I'm all ready for that.
Awesome. So you're optimistic. As I drop my notebook, so you are optimistic. Oh, thank you very much.
You can't do it.
I've got the high heels. Thank you so much.
No problem.
So you are optimistic about the future of online video, then, right?
Absolutely. And look, we think YouTube is the next big platform as television gets disintermediated. So all video is starting to go IP. It's all going to be unbundled. It's all going to be direct to consumer. You're going to have those relationships. YouTube is building themselves up as a big, like multi-channel bundle, like Comcast, NBC, like Walt Disney, like Disney, ABC, like Viacom, like Time Warner, like Fox. So they want to sit up there. But the great thing is that there's so much opportunity for folks like us to also build a bundle of stuff that's delivered direct. And Google YouTube is only one of 4. There are 4 really important platforms to think about. Google YouTube's one, really big, leadership position. We're an anchor tenant in their video mall, and we love that. We love them. But also, there's Apple. Yeah. Now, we're here at Blog World, which really came out of the whole Apple podcasting iTunes thing. And that's starting to look a little stale right now, but they're doing something. And when Apple does something, things happen. So Apple. So then you got Microsoft. Now the Xbox 360 is out everywhere. And don't laugh, Rob Greenlee from the Zune Group is here. Have you talked to him yet?
I haven't.
You should sit down with Rob.
Okay.
He's really smart. He runs the Zune. But the Zune is now running content across Xbox and Microsoft and Windows and all that. So as they roll out Metro, the new OS interface across phones, across tablets, across PCs, across maybe TVs when they get into the Xbox, there's a real opportunity for them to be a good platform. And then the 4th platform you got to worry about, Amazon. The Kindle Fire will be the biggest selling consumer electronic device this fall. The Kindle Fire is going to revolutionize how we consume media, and you've got to think about that platform. So there's 4 platforms to worry about. And then I didn't even talk about Facebook.
That's true.
So there's a lot of cool stuff. So I'm bullish in answer to your question. I should have just said yes.
Okay, well, awesome answer, Jim. Thank you so much for talking with us. We appreciate it.
No problem. It's great to be here. Have a good time here.
Thank you. You too. This is Abby Johnson reporting for WebPro News from Blog World.